What's the one thing your father did that you'll never forgive? My dad convinced me I was allergic to peanuts for 18 years. Every birthday party, every school lunch, every restaurant, he'd dramatically snatch food away, saying, "You'll die if you eat that." I carried an EpiPen everywhere, wore medical bracelets that left green marks on my wrist. My friends' parents treated me like I was made of glass, whispering about me at sleepovers. I missed out on so much because of this deadly allergy. Elementary school was absolute hell. While other kids traded snacks and shared lunches, I sat alone with my sad turkey sandwich on white bread. The cafeteria had a special peanut-free table that was just me and this kid Marcus who had actual food allergies. Even he thought it was weird that I'd never been hospitalized or had any real reactions. Teachers would announce to the entire class that no one could bring peanut products because of me. I became the kid who ruined everyone's fun. Birthday parties were torture. I'd watch other kids eat cake and candy while I got stuck with rice cakes and apple slices Dad packed in a separate cooler. Halloween was the absolute worst. Dad would dump my entire candy bag on the kitchen counter and replace everything with safe alternatives from the health food store. Middle school brought new complications. I couldn't eat at friends' houses without Dad calling their parents first, grilling them about their kitchen cleanliness and whether they'd ever cooked with peanut oil. Most parents found it easier to just not invite me over. High school got even more complicated. Dating was awkward because I'd have to explain my condition to every girl's parents before we could go anywhere. School trips required mountains of medical forms and emergency contacts. I couldn't even eat at most restaurants without Dad calling ahead to interrogate the kitchen staff about cross-contamination procedures. The worst part was how proud he seemed of his vigilance. He'd tell other parents about all the close calls we'd had, describing dramatic scenes where he'd saved my life by spotting hidden peanut ingredients. Other dads would pat him on the back and call him a hero. Then I went to college 3 states away. Freedom felt incredible until my roommate Jake was eating a PB&J sandwich in our dorm room and I panicked, telling him to put it away before I went into anaphylactic shock. He looked at me like I was completely insane and asked to see my allergy test results. I'd never actually been tested. That realization hit me like a freight train. 18 years of medical bracelets, emergency room visits for close calls, and expensive EpiPens that expired unused in my backpack. I realized I'd never even asked for documentation or questioned why I'd never had a real reaction. I called my dad immediately, furious and shaking. At first, he denied everything, claiming I was too young to remember the original tests. Then his voice started cracking and he broke down crying on the phone like a child. The truth came spilling out. When I was 3, I choked on a peanut butter sandwich. Not an allergic reaction, just regular choking because I was a dumb toddler who stuffed too much food in my mouth. But Mom had already left us by then, walking out when I was 2, and Dad was terrified of losing me too. He was so paralyzed by fear that he created this elaborate lie to keep me safe. He researched allergy symptoms online, bought fake EpiPens from sketchy websites, and somehow convinced our family doctor to play along by claiming I was too young for accurate testing and that my reactions were too mild to show up on standard tests. For 15 years, he watched me live in constant fear and social isolation rather than admit he was just a panicked single dad who didn't know what he was doing. He let me believe I was one bite away from death rather than face his own trauma from losing Mom and nearly losing me. I ate my first real peanut butter sandwich at 18 in my dorm room, crying angry tears. Not from allergies, from pure, white-hot rage. All those missed birthday parties, all that anxiety at restaurants, all those medical bills for fake emergency supplies, all those friendships I couldn't maintain because of dietary restrictions. I'm 25 now and I still can't forgive him for stealing my childhood over his own fear. Every time I eat peanut butter, which is almost daily now, I think about all the experiences I missed because one man's trauma became my entire identity.